Hey guys, welcome back to the EA Sports FC 25 Chesterfield career mode. We have arrived to the crucial part of the season. January transfer window has officially over, and we're also out of the FA Cup, which means our full focus right now is the Premier League. And pretty much what we're trying to do here is that let's try to go for a European place. I mean, we're getting closer and closer. We have about 13 more games to go. 39 points right now, not far off from a top four at the moment. Currently 39 points. Chelsea sitting at fifth with 40, and Leeds United surprisingly sitting at fourth with 42 points. So, in an ideal world, if Leeds United lose and Chelsea lose and we win, then we're gonna be in top four. But again, I think that is a little bit unrealistic if you're asking me. I don't think we are. I mean, we just got promoted this season, and technically we should be kind of struggling in the bottom half of the table here. But honestly, I don't see us getting relegated um, or falling out of the bottom 10. It's not going to happen. Top 10 is definitely going to happen, but in terms of getting European plays, it really depends, to be honest. But I think right now, based on how we are as a team, I think we're doing really, really well. And we're playing amazing football. And right now, against West Ham, we all know in this game they are pretty good on paper, but at the same time, they could be quite dangerous as well. But, against a London team like that, we are smashing them 3-0. And Onana is playing for them, surprisingly. And Cameron Archer makes a 3-0 tie goal line with 2 goals. And that guy is way too good for this team at the moment. But again, I think once we achieve a European spot, I think it's so much easier to attract players. It's so much easier to be a little bit more realistic with the Korean mode. I'm sure a lot of good players, decent players, would want to play for a team that are in Europe, which is kind of a number one, criteria for a lot of top players to join the club. And we got Chelsea right now at home. Nicholas Jackson, who as of this morning, his what do you call it? The medical got canceled off because the lab has picked up an injury. He was off to a Bayern Munich, which I really don't see him going there at all. Just I'm not quite sure of a signing that would be, but I know Nicholas Jackson is a very raw player, talented player. Is he a world class category? Definitely not. But in terms of this game, he is absolutely destroying us, scoring 2 goals already, 30 minutes in already. We haven't been as woeful as that one. It's 2-0, but later on we got one back. Cameron Archer, after being selected in the starting lineup recently, has been producing a lot of good numbers there. I think he could be our top scorer of the season. Could be fourth as well. Depends on how these two's gonna battle it out. We have two really decent striker at the moment, and 38 minutes in, that I am not 100% sure whether that's a penalty or not. But the funniest thing, or something that I found out, that Smet has been given up at least 45 penalties this season. I mean, all the penalties that we have conceded, to my memory, it's Mets conceding them. And right now, here comes Cole Palmer on a penalty spot kick, potentially extending the lead here to 3-1. And Cole Palmer is going to put that one to top left corner. I mean, that's a very good penalty. Based on that power bar, I thought he's going to go down the middle or maybe go for Paneka. But no, he just plays that one very comfortably to the top left corner to make it 3-1. And later on, here comes Nicholas Jackson. We just got to prevent him in all way possible. Here comes Cole Palmer down the left to Nkunku. And I realized recently that if the player's number change, because Nkunku used to be number 20 for Chelsea, but the fact that he's wearing 13, which means he left the club and came back, maybe in the loan deal, permanent transfer, but he went back to Chelsea, and that's why the number is different. And right there, Bart should have done better with that save, just kind of T-Rexing his arm there. And yeah, it's just a horrible game in general. 4-1 already, but we got a consolation going away. Magnuson got one back to make it 4-2, but technically we still have time to find a comeback, but I think the damage was way too great for that one. So I'm just gonna leave it like that 4-2. And we all know Chelsea's currently 2 points ahead of us, which could potentially stretch it to 5 points based on that result. And looking at the academy report again, we're sending scouts to the U.S. for a goalkeeper, and for England, we're going to scout some homegrown talent, and for Morocco, we got some really good players so far in the report, and also we also signed a few players as well. In terms of success, I think Morocco, we have found a lot of good players, but looking at the result here, as I mentioned before, if some of the players are, wanting to get promoted, wanting to be signed as a scholarship, if I have to make way for some of the players that kind of fall below that 90, the maximum 90 potential mark, I would say I will release them. I don't think they will make it to this club. But talking about the next game here, Wolves, 36 minutes in, Bart, I gotta question your goalkeeping ability. He has been amazing for us this season, or pretty much his entire career since he got promoted a few years ago. But back-to-back games with some, goalkeeping howler. Later on, it doesn't really matter. 6 minutes after, Samuel Martin, despite not producing that much of a good number this season, score a goal for us to make it 1-1. 79 minutes in, here comes a win. Going around our defender, that's a good finish right there. RSA arguably should have close him down a little bit earlier. But guess what? I mean, we're not going to go down without a fight here. And the funniest thing is that whoever that is, number 11, just took down Madness. And I think at this point of the season, I don't want any injuries. I don't want any silly injuries to any of our players. But that certainly causes a nuance to the team in that one. Back-to-back loss against Wolves as well. Not quite ideal. But right now, going back to home with Burnley awaiting, I think this is the fixtures where we really have to win. I think we're better than Burnley, and they could potentially going down this season. And here comes a counterattack. It took a 70th minute to actually find something out of this game. Great run by Bergquist, great pass by Force to make it 1-0. 71 minutes in, we are, you know what, we need a goal like this. I mean, we have been quite shaky at the back and up front, not as productive as before. But I think that goes quite crucial for us to, to keep going forward. 10 more minutes to go. Here comes Burnley. Just keep passing around it back there. Made a big mistake. Here comes Force. Great dribbling by finish to make it 2-0. And that's a great finish as well to the top left corner to make it 2. And with 8 more minutes to go, game should be ending very quickly right there. Correct, Burke was enforced with the goal. 2-0 back onto the scoring column. But unfortunately, Bashan and Payu, whom we signed last season, picked up a 3 months injury with a broken toe. I think at this point of the season right now, I've been kind of rotating between Arsen and Payu. I don't think RSA has been great for us. So I've been kind of rotating him on and off the pitch at times. But right here for the 5th game, we got Fulham away at the Craven Cottage. And of course, this is my first game back, I believe, so from Hong Kong. So it's a little bit sketchy. It's a little bit, just not, not too good in terms of the gameplay. But in terms of how we shoot, never forget about that. Richarlison scored first goal, and later on Tygo Land to make it 1-1. And later on, here comes Richarlison again with the header. I mean, it's just poor defending there, and I just don't like this player at all. I mean, he is a talented player, not gonna lie, but in terms of what he does on the pitch, very silly player, but you can't deny what kind of goal he scored recently and also in the World Cup. Just gotta put it out there. And I believe this could be the last report that we have here for the Youth Academy. And we signed Stephen Morris. Gotta make sure we sign a few good players here. And at the same time, we gotta make way for some of the players. And Archie Atkinson seems to be good, but usually I won't sign him based on that potential range. Is still quite great. We also found a couple great players from what do you call them? Sawari? No, Sawari. What am I talking about here? But at this point, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We got to make way for some of the players being assigned to the academy. And we all know there are a bunch of players with the potential kind of lower than 60, no, lower than 90, and they have to go at that point just to make sure we have the best young players we have. Arguably, Meyer could also, being rejected, but the fact that he's 64 rated, I can still sell him for a profit, but definitely not quite significant. And then Yane has picked up an injury for 4 weeks, and as I mentioned about injuries, please don't just please don't hurt us. And it does. And by the way, Cal Johnson looks like a great player for us in the future. Not sure if, he will be able to witness everything, but the fact that he is 86 to 94 rated, he is, looking to be a great, great player for us. So we also promoted another player as well to the first, and forgot who it was, but doesn't quite matter here. I think it was, I think it was Meyer who asked for a professional contract. And right now for the final game here, I believe, so we got Brighton, who kicked us out, eliminated us from the FA Cup. And 11 minutes in, they have gotten one goal, and we got to respond this back immediately. Here's Forrest down the left. Great dribble into the middle. Poor defending by Brighton defenders to make it 1-1. 4 minutes after conceding the first goal, we have equalized to 1-1. Again, this is the crucial part of the season where we just have to win games. We just have to find a spot in the in Europe right now. I think we're good enough to be in there next season. Definitely not Champions League, but in terms of Europa League, Conference League, I think we're good enough to compete. I'm not saying that necessarily we're going to win it, but this is the funniest goal I've ever seen. I mean, the goalkeeper, what are you doing? Why are you trying to clear it out like that when Force is literally clamming down on you? But in the end, 2-1 is the victory. And we got to, go off to the last game. Today's game, we got Newcastle United. I mean, Tigerland seemingly it's tired, but he's fit to play. I mean, we just need every single bit of these players to make sure that they are going to contribute for the final few games of the season. Here comes Force. Great finish, great physical ability right there to make sure he fend off the defender. Very strong on the ball to make it 1-0. And later on, here comes Newcastle United. Marcelo Fernando to Anthony Gordon, who opened up the space in between our defenders to make it 1-1. It was a good goal, good finish, but the game ends at 1-1. I know, you know what? I think it's really fun at this point. You don't win a lot of games. You win some, you lose some, you draw some. And right now, sitting at 7th, still 2 points behind Chelsea, Norton Forest, who are sitting 5th and 6th, and 4 points away from Leeds United, which I believe we are going to play against them soon in the next episode. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.